Hey guys, it's Kristen at Crafty Cat Doc. I am back today to show you some creepy, spooky Halloween journals that I made. I finished these up about a week ago. I've had a cold and I've not been able to talk through the video, so if I sound weird or I'm a little sniffly, I apologize, but I want to get these listed on Etsy. So these are cinch bound journals made from a Vintage Reader's Digest cover. I had 3 in shades of orange, so I thought they were perfect. These will be listed on my Etsy as different letter variations. There is a picture showing which one's which, but we will talk through these. So I'm going to talk through one in detail, and then we'll kind of flip through the others rather quickly. So again, Reader's Digest cover. There's the paper on the edges from Tim Holtz backdrop in the new, I think it's the new Halloween collection. They may be from older Halloween collections. I did do the chain stitch just for decoration. It's not really doing much. On the cover, I have used digitals. I am going to link the digitals that I used below. I don't remember who they're from, but they will be linked below. So I printed a bunch of witch pictures and creepy pictures from one place, and then some other smaller pictures from another place, and I'll again, those are linked below. So I printed those pictures out. I kind of used Distress Oxides to smudge them up a little bit more. They're already grungy when you purchase them and print them. And then I made some. This is what this is. It's acetate or laminate. So I took a laminate pouch and opened it up and put alcohol ink on it and just kind of smudged it around in there. Let it dry. That's important. Alcohol is flammable, so let it dry before you put it through your laminator. And then it makes this just really cool stained acetate that doesn't come off or anything. I used it in tons of places throughout the journals because I was obsessed with it. But that's what's over the picture here. This is a Maggie Holmes frame. I don't remember which collection it's from, but I just spray painted them black. They come as just a brown wood, but it is wood. So that's the cover, and that's just glued on the front. So on the inside, same thing. You can see on the inside, I just left them plain. They were all a nice orange color. So this is the new transparent moss from the Tim Holtz collection. I just laminated them and made them a cover sheet. I thought they looked cool. This is tea-dyed paper that I made myself. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. I don't remember if it's a new collection or not. I used various fabrics from my stash that I don't remember. There is one from Tim Holtz that I will show you, but the others are just various ones. So these papers are from Tracy Fox. She had a new collection out. So a lot of the digital papers or the pattern papers are from Tracy Fox. They are backed by different collections that are from, I think they're from the same digital designer as these pictures. Again, it's linked below. So that's where the pattern papers come from. This is just a tag I made with some vintage book page, Tim Holtz stamps, some more digital, or this is Tim Holtz, but this is the digital that I printed that's also linked below, just backed with tea-dyed paper. This little tuck spot, again, is a digital picture of a little guardhouse in a graveyard, stamped Condemned on it with Tim Holtz. This is more of that laminate, just a grungy tag. And then I had some real estate ads that I had torn out of an old vintage magazine just because I liked the typography. I dug those out. I thought they were pretty funny on those condemned homes. Again, the insect paper linked below. This is from a journal. That's a nice Italian paper that I found at a thrift shop, and I'm just using the paper from it. Tab made out of Tim Holtz Halloween wallpaper from a year or two ago with a little charm on it. This is just scrapbook paper. Actually, this is Tim Holtz scrapbook paper. So I found a vintage, it's not vintage, but it's several years old, when he was still making bound paper pads. It was an 8x8 Halloween paper pad that had some pieces left, so I used those throughout these as well. This is just a vintage receipt from 1937 in a nice orange color. I flipped this over, made it into a pocket, attached this. I don't think I linked the frames below. I'm going to have to find those. But these are digitals. Again, just another witch picture with that laminate over it. More tea-dyed paper. Another one of the creepy pictures of a cemetery that I have layered up some. This is from the Tim Holtz collage strips I cut out. This is his miniature dolls, mini paper dolls. This is a label from the digital it's linked below, rare paper something. And then this is his Halloween clippings with some of his cello tape over the top. This is that same digital paper, insect paper. This is a tag I made with 49 and Market collage papers, Tim Holtz stamp, and then I did some distress spray on top of some dried flowers I have and laminated them. Back to the tea-dyed paper. Tracy Fox, Vintage Ledger. This is the Tim Holtz periodic table fabric. Tea-dyed paper with some little black trim. Tracy Fox, same one. This is backdrops on some of that Italian journal paper. Goodness gracious. This is, I don't know how vintage this is. It is embossed. It's cute. It is vintage, but I don't know how old. They don't necessarily match the theme of the journals, but I mean, they're not creepy, but they were cute, and I had 3 of them, so I stuck them in these journals. This is a piece of the older Tim Holtz Halloween wallpaper. Tea-dyed paper that I've just stamped on the top of. More of the Tim Holtz wallpaper. This is just scrapbook. Nope. This is Tim Holtz paper again, too. I do have some just regular Halloween scrapbook paper. This is the Tim Holtz again. These are the smaller. They're listed below as creepy film strips or photo strips or whatever. Those were really cool, so I cut some of them out and framed them in just this black textured cardstock. Put some Tim Holtz small things on there, and it's got that laminate on it as well, and that flips out. Vintage Ledger, more of the digital paper. This Potions is from the same creator as the insects. This is just the scrapbook paper that I, again, just kind of dipped in some Distress Oxide. There's another piece of it. On the inside, we have a tag that I made with, this is the Tim Holtz Craft cardstock, Tim Holtz Halloween collage paper, Tim Holtz backdrops, and it's just backed on tea-dyed paper. Vintage Ledger with another fabric tab. This is just scrapbook paper. This is more of that journal paper. In the Tim Holtz Halloween ephemera pack, there were all these little books in there, and I just put those as tabs on some of them. They're backwards, so the front is on the back. But another little collage I made with one of the witch pictures. This is a stamp, little piece of ephemera that I made, clippings with cello tape. That's not my idea. In Tim Holtz Halloween Audiology Live, one of the makers was putting cello tape over the clippings, and I loved it, so I did it everywhere. More of the digital labels. This is a little tag that I made. I just stamped that with Tim Holtz stamps. This is all Tim Holtz again from the sticker book, clippings with cello tape, and it's backed with a piece of backdrop. This is just a lace from or trim from Hobby Lobby that I have distressed with tea-dye, or no, vintage photo distress stain. Here's another little corner pocket on some vintage music sheets with another one of the framed little creepy kids with a skeleton. More tea-dyed paper with the other side of that skull. This is another pocket made out of just scrapbook paper, and the tag in it is just a backdrop. On this one, I have created little identification cards. These are the first identification cards I've created. I got some stamps in from Crafts by Tony, and I wanted to make some. And so I made some, but then I needed something to put in this journal, so I just stamped a witch over it. Like, the government officials determined they were witches. My husband so nicely pointed out that it should be warlock for male, and I know that, but it's too long to fit, so I just put witch. And then this is a tag made from the Tim Holtz Craft cardstock collage paper, his old Halloween collage paper that's on the roll. More of the digitals in Tim Holtz. This is just a 49 and Market ticket that I put on. But these are really cool. And again, it's just topped with that laminate and eyelets. Vintage ledger paper, more scrapbook paper with another little witch picture there. This is tea-dyed. It was a gray copy paper that I tea-dyed, so it's a little bit darker. There's another page, another one of those flowers. This is Tim Holtz back. Oh, no, this is not a backdrop. This is the more of his scrapbook paper, and it's torn at the top. Those pads were terrible about tearing at the top, if you guys know, but I just left it. More vintage ledger, more Tracy Fox, another picture on the back here with a little girl in front of a old house. This is, again, mini paper dolls. I don't know what I called them earlier. I don't think that's what I called them, but mini paper dolls. This is just another picture from those digitals with some Tim Holtz ephemera on it, backed with tea-dyed paper. Tea-dyed paper with a tab. Again, this is just a pocket made from a bunch of Tim Holtz stuff. Halloween collection. Yeah, sticker book, Halloween pack, paper dolls, all that. And with a piece of that laminate on there. Here's another little collage picture that I did as a journal card. Digital Tim Holtz, digital sellotape, tea-dyed paper. More of that periodic table fabric. This is just scrapbook paper. Tea-dyed paper with a little book as a tab. This is a real cabinet card. I wanted to put it in those corner pockets, but it was just a little bit too big to fit. I didn't think that through. I could have made the corner pockets a little bit smaller, but I just threw it in there. These things are always kind of creepy because nobody ever smiled. Just another collage I made from Tim Holtz ephemera and a digital. This is another one of those Tim Holtz 8x8 pieces of paper. Vintage ledger. This is a piece of vellum from Michaels out of a paper pad from Michaels. Another one of those witch pictures that I just turned into a side tab. And I just made a little journal card out of Tim Holtz ephemera with a tab on it. Tea-dyed paper. Another music sheet with a piece of trim. Tracy Fox. This is, again, same digital creator. I just kind of collaged those together. Another piece of vellum that I don't know where it's from. It was in my stash. Vintage ledger. Another piece of vellum from the Michaels pad. And this is a pocket with another real cabinet card in it. And it's got the cool logo on the back. And it's just got the creepy old guy witch on the front. Warlock, whatever you want to call him. This is another piece of the, oh no, that's Tracy Fox digital. This is a Tim Holtz collage strip, Halloween collage strip that I've just put sellotape over the words, added an owl and a little label. This is an authentic railroad ticket thing, not a ticket, I don't know what they are, from a railroad ledger. Vintage ledger, tea-dyed paper. This is the creepy photo strip. So again, I've just added Tim Holtz clippings with sellotape. I've put it onto a little piece of worn wallpaper and made it as a pocket. And then another tag with Tim Holtz craft stock, transparent moth, 49 market ticket, backed with tea-dyed paper. And this is the Tim Holtz 8x8 paper. Again, flip out. Tea-dyed paper, and that is the end. Again, with these cinch bound journals, the back cover is kind of the stop, so you can't close the back cover easily. You close from the front. These are pretty stuffed. There is a lot, I mean, you saw the ephemera that was in there. That can easily be pulled out, but assuming you're going to put your own in, it's going to get stuffed again. If it is too thick for you, you can not easily tear or cut these papers out and use them elsewhere. That is one of my favorite things about a cinch bound journal. If you don't fill it up and you're stressing because you haven't filled up every page, take the pages out that you didn't fill up. If it's too full, take the pages out you didn't fill up. Save them and use them on another project. So that's the really nice thing about working in these cinch journals. All right, for the second one, again, same thing, same digital place. Everything's kind of the same. Tim Holtz. And we'll just kind of flip through this. They're very similar on the inside. They're really only the difference is going to be the little collaged pockets and the ephemera that's in there, but it's all similar. So this one has the graveyard. There's the little postcard for that. None of these Halloween postcards are written on the back. Scrapbook paper with the little witches on there. And the house for this one's a nicer, big spooky house. There's that tag. Scrapbook paper, ledger, the railroad ticket that's folded up. There's the small cabinet card for this one. Doesn't have a year on it. I made these. I didn't point that out in the last one, but I made these first. These were the first little frame pictures I made, and I hadn't made that laminate yet. So there's one in each that doesn't have that. I love the way these little journal cards turned out. Holtz paper. I love this paper too. This is a side tuck. I just didn't put anything in there. This is the collage paper tag from this one. There's the little flower on that one. Scrapbook paper. Vellum. This is also a little tuck under there. There's the little ID card for this one. She really is a witch. I just really liked how these turned out. Everything is stamped exactly the same on all three of them because I knew they were going to go in different journals. There's this little tag for this one. There's the little film strip with the vintage receipt. This paper is flocked. In this paper pack, I really liked the flocked papers, but I hated the metallic papers. I don't really know what he was thinking with the metallic papers. They don't look bad in this journal, but when I first got the pad, I hated them. And there's these guys in a graveyard. And there's this tag for this one, backed with tea-dyed paper. Again, this is just a really old, the paper that the book this background paper came out of was like late 1800s, I think, or early 1900s. I made a bunch of tag bases with it a while ago. It's nice to pull from when you're trying to finish something up. Another collaged pocket. Again, 49 in market paper, Tim Holtz stamp, and the little distressed flower. Just stapled on. And that tea-dyed gray paper with more corner pockets. I love these little kid witches. Some acetate. The little book tab. This is the cabinet card for this one. None of these big cabinet cards had the logos on the back, but I tried to pick out some nice creepy ones. This is some more flocked paper. This journal got 2 pieces of flocked paper. Here's this little girl in front of her scary house. Again, vintage index card that I just stamped and then placed these pictures on the back of. Here's another pocket in this one that I just made a little card out of Tim Holtz ephemera. I was trying to use up all my Halloween stuff. Another little witch picture. This is another scrapbook paper pocket that, again, I just kind of distressed up with some Distress Oxides. This is just a piece of backdrop that I made into just a blank tag to do with what you want. And again, you can't close from the back. I emphasize that because I struggled with that at first with cinch bound journals. This one has a little skull charm on it. And then the last one. I really like this frame. You can see how I really like how that worked with I don't do a lot of grungy journals. I like them. I just feel like I struggle with them, though I had a blast with these. But if you do a lot of grungy journals, you need to try that technique with the laminate because it's amazing. It's so fun to work with. Here's the pocket with the cabinet card for this one. Same artist as the last one. And there's the little condemned house for this one. All these real estate agencies were out of Maine. I kind of felt bad putting those on those haunted houses, but stamp. Lots of framed pictures in all of them. I just loved all the witch pictures and the creepy pictures. The witch pictures were super. They're beautiful, but I like the creepy ones too. I love this Tim Holtz periodic table fabric. I just want to hoard it, but I don't need to. There's the card for that one. Tim Holtz scrapbook paper with, this is the 49 and Market collage paper. Oh, look at that tea dye. I love it when it gives a cool effect. I do not enjoy the process of tea dyeing, but I love how it comes out. Oh, these tags are already out because this is the first journal I tried to film last time. So this is the haunted, it's like a haunted house collage paper. Oh, look at that one. I will put the tags back in the pockets, but there's this tag and this fella sitting on the labels. And there's the creepy photo strips for this one and this tag. And that's the Tim Holtz paper. Here is the ID card for that one. And this tag. More Tim. This is the metallic that I think it looks okay in the journal, but I don't know. It would have been better without the metallic to me. The metallic doesn't seem to fit the rest of the aesthetic for me. I don't know. There's the other corner pocket page. More Tim Holtz paper. Read that creepy guy. Another pocket with just a little journal card I've made. This obviously is short for this pocket, so it might disappear down in there. Acetate and journal paper, scrapbook paper. Here's the tag for this pocket. Again, just a backdrop. Some really dark tea-dyed paper. Here's the railroad ticket for this one and this little collage with these creepy little kids. Here is the little collaged pocket for this journal and the little journal card. There is the belly band for this one, and this is the cabinet card. Again, these, both the small and the big cabinet cards are authentic vintage cards. A little witch picture, vintage ledger, tea-dyed paper. There's another little collage pocket with the spiders, and I just taped all the little spiders on, all the insects and spiders on. There's the vintage invoice for this one. Flip out. The other flower, and there's the back. So again, these journals were super fun to make. If no one wants them, I'm just going to use them to decorate with and add to them every Halloween. I had a blast making them. But if you like one and you would want to purchase one, they are up on my Etsy. If you have any questions, let me know. They are about 50 pages. They measure, I realize I never tell you, I never tell you guys measurements. They are they're about 8 by 6. The papers do extend out of the journal covers. I just like that look. But they're about 50 pages with pockets. You saw everything that was in them. I don't put a lot of details on my Etsy listing because I assume people are going to watch the videos if they're going to spend the money to buy one. Yeah, if you guys have questions, let me know. I hope to be back soon with some other journals. Thanks.